For those of you who have been gripped like I have to ITV2's big reunion, you're going to know who this guy is. It's Lee Brennan from 911. Hello!
Hey, evening, Lewis. You alright?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just up north in my hometown of Carlisle, visiting the family and stuff, so it's all good.
It must be so kind of busy for you at the minute. I mean, you must be hectic, the things going on. You must be doing loads of press and interviews.
Yeah, there's so much happening at the minute. It's quite overwhelming, to be honest with you. But you know, it's just amazing to get the opportunity, I guess, to do what we're doing again, and I'm just going to seize every minute of it, like enjoy it all. It's just amazing.
Is it surreal being back, in the public eye as much as you have been? Because this show has literally catapulted you back into everything that you were in the 90s. So it must be amazing.
Yeah, it is surreal. I think it's the first time I've been home in Carlisle since Christmas, obviously, and I can feel the change and stuff, and you're getting a lot more people coming up to me than I did a few months ago. And I mean, the show's gone so well, and it's ITV2's biggest show for 5 years, so it's surreal, as you said. It really is surreal. I'm lucky, very lucky.
But I mean, when you started out in the band 911, you were very young yourself. So, would you say that being in such a big band and having the paparazzi in your life and stuff like that, did it take away some of the joys of your, teenage life, your younger years?
I guess it affects people in different ways, doesn't it? And some of us cope with it, some don't. And I felt a bit uncomfortable, but I think this industry, that entertainment industry, it's a love-hate thing, and I guess it's like a drug as well. You want to be in it all the time, but then sometimes people don't like the other side of it, like you say, the press side of it and stuff. But I think now, obviously, I'm 39 now, and the lads are 38 and 41. It's just more relaxed, I guess, and we can just enjoy everything, and we're not flying off around the world doing promotion like we used to do. So it's just it's just amazing to have that opportunity to do what we used to do in a certain kind of way.
I mean, it seems like you're all enjoying yourself, being back in, your little group and doing what you do best, which is entertaining people. But your debut single, went straight into the top 40 with A Night to Remember. So when you found out you were first in the charts, how did you feel? Do you remember how you felt at the time?
Do you know what? I saw a picture of actually... we were on our way to a gig, I remember, when we got the chart position, number 38 for A Night to Remember, and we were listening to the radio and stuff, and I actually seen a picture of us pulled it over in a lay-by, which is what we did. We got out the car and then we started jumping around on the side of this lay-by when we found out we were number 38 with our first song. And I seen a picture of it for the first time in 10, 12 years, and it just brought back those memories. And it was amazing to hear your song on the radio. That was the first thing, but to actually hear it chart number 38 without a major record deal as well was something huge back in those days. So it was just a massive buzz, I remember.
I mean, definitely, and it didn't stop there. You went from success to success. I mean, you had so many chart hits, including my favourite, Body Shaking, but also you had a number one as well. So do you remember how you celebrated that?
Do you know, we were in Dublin at the time, actually, doing some promotion out there, and we got told we had the number one, and I think it was our 11th single, so it was a bit of a wow, we've done it at last, because we always wanted to get a number one. From the start, we always said we wanted to play Wembley and get a number one. So when it came round, it was huge, but it was weird in a way, because it was only a year later that we decided we finished the band. So it was quite a weird time. But I remember flying back from Ireland back into London, thinking we are the UK's number one selling act, and it was a great feeling.
But like you said then, when the band actually split, what went through your mind at the time? Was it a tough time for you, or was it, in your personal opinion, was it the right time for the band to kind of split?
I felt it was the right time for me personally. I just thought we'd had our 4-album deal with Virgin, and that was fulfilled, and they weren't going to sign us up again, and I felt it was a natural ending. But I think also mentally, for me personally, it had to end, because I don't know, I was losing the plot well before that time. So I think for me it was like a relief when it all ended and stuff. As I said on the show, the big reunion, it was a bit of a relief, and I just wanted to stop and hide away sort of for a while and find out who I was, I guess.
So, I mean, after you left the band, I mean, you also went into acting as well. You've done some pantomime. So is that something you enjoy? Was that something you always wanted to get into?
Do you know, I never thought about acting, but I mean, I did a few musical auditions and stuff, but I didn't really have the confidence, to be honest with you. And it's a completely different thing from being in a pop band to doing that musical theatre style of sort of show and acting and stuff. I'd never been brought up at, you know, learning all that sort of stuff. I had no audition experience at all, so it was really weird to do all that. But then I got offered Panto, and I was like, okay, let me try this, see if I can read a script. And I played like Peter Pan for 5 years. And it was just really good times because, you know, you meet new people, you just learn a different trade to what you're used to learning. And, yeah, it was just great. I haven't done it for like 5 years, but I'd definitely be up for doing it again. It's just fun. That's all it is.
And would you say your time in pantomime, that kind of got your confidence back? Because obviously when you left the band, you said that you were in a bit of a tricky situation. Would you say pantomime got, you know, the spring back in your step?
No.
No.
No, it didn't actually. No, I think I just forced myself through it. Like, as I've talked about, I think sometimes when you're doing something, you have to just sort of, I think I faked my confidence in a way sometimes when I was in the band and performing, and I did that probably at Panto, that early stage, because I think that was back in 2003, maybe my first Panto. And I wasn't. I know in my head now, thinking back to that, I wasn't mentally right for stuff at all, but I just managed to get through it, I guess.
I mean, when I'm watching the show and I talk about it with other people, you come across as such a genuine, just a really decent guy and stuff, and you know, you're so open, and so it's very good to see where you are now and how the band and how things are going, because you're going to an arena tour. I mean, that must be amazing for you.
I know. I mean, yeah. I mean, ITV, you know, once the viewing figures started coming in, and it was one of the biggest shows and stuff, and they mentioned the arena tour. It was like, wow. I mean, I sat in the O2 in London about 4 years ago, watching Boyzone, and I remember sort of saying to the people I was with, one day we'll play here. I don't know how we're going to get there. I don't know when it's going to be, but I just had this feeling that one day somehow we'd play it, and we're going to get the chance to do that plus all the other arenas around the country, which is pretty mind-blowing at my age, to be honest with you. It really is. But like going back to what you said about, you know, back on the show, we all, as a group, we sat down and said, let's just be honest, be ourselves, and hopefully that's come across in our different personalities. But, you know, what you see on TV, that's how I am. I am open, and I don't know, people might say I've shown too much emotion in that, but that's just the way I am, so that's it, really.
I think that's a good thing as well, because us as viewers, we can understand and kind of relate to, because when you see a band, you just think everything's hunky-dory, but you don't realise what, you know, the people in the band can be going through themselves in their personal issues, so it's kind of eye-opening for a lot of people to see what you guys went through.
Well, that's what a lot of, you know, when you speak to a lot of our followers and stuff now, they say, obviously, they were so young, and obviously they're going to be naive to it, so they don't realise what was going on behind all the sort of glamour side of it and that, and it does affect you. I mean, I think it doesn't matter what sort of band you've been in and stuff, this industry just sort of eats you up, and I think sometimes the record labels, they put too much pressure on you to work, you know, 16, 17, 18 hours a day, and I don't think they care too much really about the mental side. It's the money side they care about, and so it's worrying when you see, you know, like the One Direction and stuff. You just hope that they're getting some good support, because it doesn't, you know, if you've got 10 million in the bank or not, it's all about what's in your head, what's going on up there. So you've got to be careful how you sort of how you react to everything, I guess.
But how are the rehearsals going at the minute? Is that going well? Because obviously an arena tour, you're going to be doing a lot of rehearsals, making sure everything's kind of 100%. So how is that going? It's
going great, actually. We've got a few weeks off now, to be honest. We're just doing like little bits of press and stuff, and the odd TV and obviously radio interviews and that. But yeah, we're just trying to work out exactly what. I think we're going to add like maybe another song or two to the actual arena tour, hopefully, and just trying to decide which songs to do. But everything's looking in good shape anyway. I think it's going to be an amazing show as well. All the acts and stuff, supporting each other, and I don't know. I can't wait. It's going to be a buzz. I think it's going to be quite a messy tour. I think we'll be all in the bar till God knows what time. So it's going to be mental.
Well, I'm going to make sure I'm definitely there, because I want to. I mean, to see 5, 911, Atomic Kitten, Bewitched, Honeys, and Liberty X all in one show, and Blue now. I've heard that are joining this last minute.
They're joining the TV show. I don't think Blue are confirmed for the tour or anything, but they're on the TV show. Yeah, very soon. That was just announced last night, wasn't it? So.
I have to see that. Well, it's been amazing talking to you. Do you have any upcoming projects yourself, apart from the band, coming up?
I've got a few sort of things in the pipeline, but I'm going to be like bringing out. I'm 40 in September, so I'm hopefully bringing out an autobiography on my 40th birthday, hopefully. So that's what I'm working on at the minute. So fingers crossed. And
how are you finding that? Writing about the things you've been through and some of the highs and lows. Does it when you're writing stuff about that? Does it bring it back to you? Yeah, definitely. It's just like a memory stick, isn't it? You think of that memory and you get the feeling about it, whether it's a happy one or a sad one or whatever, really buzz sort of time and stuff. But it's been amazing so far. And there's obviously things I haven't talked about in the show, which will be in the book, and which will be in the book. So yeah, it's just really good getting your feelings out on paper and stuff. And some of the things that you remember from when you were kids, like, wow, I totally forgot about that. But speaking to family members and stuff, it brings it all back. Well, I definitely look forward to that, and I'll make sure I get a copy. And I'm really excited about the tour. Congratulations, and I hope everything goes really well. What can we expect from the tour? Can we expect the legendary moves? Will they be making a return? All the flips, all the old 90s moves, maybe a few modern moves in there as well. Yeah, I mean, us as a band, 911, we were like a whole performance package, I guess. We didn't just stand there and try and sing the songs beautifully and perfect in harmony. We just wanted to put on a show visually, vocally, as good as we could, just to make an all-round sort of performance package, and that's what exactly we'll be doing on the tour. So bring it on. We're all in the best shape of our lives as well, so we can't wait, seriously. It's absolutely fantastic, and thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Genuinely nice guy, and I can't wait to see the rest of the big reunion. Thanks, Lewis. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Take care. Take care. Bye. Bye.